Hey, Shalom, Shalom. And I want to give all praises due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Wahab, Kadash, and double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone, the bishops and the elders on down, and the high priest that taught them. And this is Yadamah from the Great Millstone, Houston camp. And I'm gonna go into a little lesson today about these wacky tacky Christians. They think they know the day of the Lord, and they don't have no idea period of what's going on period. And I'm gonna just go into some scriptures, kind of like going into that. And I'm gonna start off with Amos 5:18. Woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh Bashma Shai. To what end is it for you? The day of Yahweh Bashma Shai is darkness and not light. Yeah, bring that out because, these racket Christians, they think, the Lord is coming back, they gonna get raptured up and they gonna, it's gonna be pleasant. They're gonna be in the land of milk and honey and all that. They don't have no idea. They don't have no idea that when Yahweh Shah come back, man, he's gonna do a whole lot of killing, you know, to these other nations, Esau, Edom, the other nations, and the 2/3 of our people. They don't have no idea. So let me go into Zephaniah 1, and I believe it's 1:14. Let me see. Uh, yeah, I go okay. Zephaniah 1:14. The great day of Yahweh Shai is near. It is near and hasted greatly. Even the voice of the day of Yahweh Shai, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. Right? You got these mighty men. That's your army men, military men, and even you got some of these guys out here. They think they bad and tough. These guys they work out and all that, think they mighty and strong and or whatever. But hey, continue on. Zephaniah 1:15. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. And we just read that just sounds just like what I just read in Amos 5:18. These people don't know, they don't have a clue what the day of Yahweh Shema Shah gonna be. When Yahweh Shah cracked them clouds and coming back in the UFO. So uh let me see, let me get Matthew 34, because we kind of like brought that out in camp today. How these racket Christians, how they think they know, the day of the Lord in them is peaches and cream. In other words, and the brother Lamar, he had did a video similar to that too. 34. Oh no, that's 10 and 34. Salakia. Yeah, this Matthew. Let me put that in the red. This is Matthew 10 and 34. Right? This is Yahweh Shah speaking. Think not I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. Let me read that again to the people in the back, to the Christians and them 2/3 in the back. Matthew 10 and 34. Think not that I came, Slakia, a little excited. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. Yeah, he's gonna do a lot of killing. He's gonna be slaying with them chariots, you know. Yeah, and in Esau, Edom, they don't have a chance in hell. You know, they don't. Any two-thirds, any other nations. So these people don't know the day of the Lord is what it's gonna be, right? Let me get Revelation. What's that? 1:7. I'm trying to think of another precept that I was thinking about. Okay. Uh. Okay. Here we go. Revelation 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds. Who cometh with clouds? Yahweh Shai. And every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so are mine. Right? So Yahweh Shai finna come back and slain them clowns that pierced him when he was on the cross. Right? And that was like over 2,000 years ago, and this is really going into about reincarnation, proving that it's reincarnation in these scriptures. Okay, yeah, and the people of the earth shall wail because of him. They ain't coming, they ain't coming back, peacefully. Okay, uh, let me see what that word shall wail. Let me see in the blue letter.
Strong's G 2875, Copto, Copto.
Oh, okay, let's see. Let's go into the outline of biblical usage. To cut, strike, smite, to cut from, cut off, to beat one's breast of grief. I don't know. Let me see. Well, yeah, here you go. Lament, mourn when you go in the Strong's definition. To lament, you know, mourn, bewail, compare, the base of. Well, yeah, that's the point though. Lament, mourn when you go in the Strong's definition. Yeah, there's people gonna be crying out here. They're gonna be mourning out here when Yahweh Shah come back. You know. And let me get what's that? Uh, Isaiah is that? Yeah, 66 to Wadi Yahweh Shah. And it's the beloved Apostle Gabar favorite scripture. He brings this out all the time. Let's see. Yeah, I started at 15. Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, Yahweh Shai will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury. See? And his rebuke with flames of fire. You know, these people do not, they desire the day of the Lord, but they really don't want that day. They don't know what this day is going to be about. And I'm reading it. Okay? I'm going to read it again. Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, Yahweh by Shem Yahushai will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind. We know Yahweh Shai is coming back. Yahweh going to send Yahweh Shai to come back, you know, with that chariot. To render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will Yahweh Shema Shai plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh Shema Shai shall be many. Shall be many. Okay? These people desire the day of the Lord, and they don't know what they want, what they desire, because they don't know the desire. They don't know the day of the Lord is really is all about. Okay, let me Let me get that word plead in the blue letter. Yeah. Shapat means judgment, okay? What's that? H8, 1 Strong's H8, 199, Shapat. Let's see what it says in the biblical outline, biblical usage. Yeah, there you go. To judge, govern, vindicate, punish, right? Salakia. I mean, yeah, that's to execute judgment. Just reading a few. So it's not when it says plead, it don't mean that he's gonna be trying to please or try to plead his cause. No, he's going. I'm gonna read it again. Isaiah 66 and 16. For by fire and by his sword will Yahweh by Shema Shai plead with our flesh, with judge with our flesh, and the slain of Yahweh by Shema Shai shall be many. So there you go. These people don't know the day of the Lord. You know. Let me read that again in Amos 5 and 18. It's Amos 5 and 18. Unto Woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh Shema Shai. To what end is it for you? The day of Yahweh Shema Shai is darkness and not light. And I just brought you a few precepts going into it's not gonna be a light day. It's gonna be darkness. I just brought out a few precepts going into that. So these racket checker Christians and these 2/3 they don't know the day of the Lord. So I hope this has been edifying to the point. And I want to give all praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahah, Wakar Kadash, and double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone, and to the bishops and the elders on down, and to the high priest that taught them. And hey, till next time, Shalom.